Lisa, let's talk about the Bring Back Our Girls campaign. It is completely global, spearheaded really by Michelle Obama herself. But there's been some criticism. Some people say that all this attention on the area doesn't do anything for the girls themselves. Would you agree?
Well, I've been one of the people who's made that argument. I think it comes back to the fact, I mean, we all often see this in clicktivism. It's very easy to kind of click like on a Facebook post, and generally speaking, people aren't educated or informed about the issues that underlie something that on the surface obviously grabs media headlines as attention grabbing, as the kidnapping of these girls were. We saw it with the Kony 2012 campaign. You know, everybody kind of got on that bandwagon, and very little has happened since. But now, with Boko Haram, we're dealing with a terrorist organization. And anyone who has dealt with literature that details terror, these groups, the message that they're pushing, it obviously is inflamed by receiving international media attention. So, in essence, you're kind of spurring them on. You know, they're getting all this attention, whereas, as I mentioned at the beginning of our conversation, we're seeing weekly attacks. Hundreds of people die. But this does not make it into the international media. In fact, I read somewhere this morning that in 2013, on the major US broadcasters, Nigeria's Boko Haram problem didn't make the news once, not a single time. So a lot of these international, the international attention that we see, it plays into Boko Haram's hands. It gives them the attention that they desire. It puts them on the platform. It gives them relevance, and it puts pressure on the Nigerian government to engage them. So you've seen, particularly with the bombings in Abuja that came ahead of the World Economic Forum meeting, that was also designed to put pressure on the Nigerian government, because there were a lot of concerns around safety for various world leaders to be attending a meeting of that magnitude in a capital city, where, despite the fact that we think Boko Haram might be concentrated to the north, it was a message to say we can strike the capital, we can do that. So I think when you've got that nature of terror, and when you give all this media attention, it gives the infamy, it gives relevance, and it pushes their message for them. So, and then at the end of the day, it probably doesn't achieve very much, because this Bring Back Our Girls campaign has been running for a couple of weeks at least, maybe close to a month. Have we seen any action? Are the girls with their families? No, they're not. And like I said, it comes back down to the Nigerian government. So it's a question of whether this kind of, we saw it in Darfur several years ago, but it's a question of whether the pressure put on the government is sufficient to render a positive outcome, but what are the negative consequences of that as well. And of course, the people who tweet their Bring Back Our Girls, you know, Instagram picture or whatever the case may be, they don't necessarily have insight to that. So I think it's become a fashionable issue, and it is ultimately clicktivism.